What's going on, y'all? Blue Falcon here, coming to you with another video. So this one is gonna be rather interesting because apparently there's been a lot of backlash with all these companies going woke, and it seems like the people are not having it. But before I even get into it, I would like to show you an article from Rolling Stone. All right, I'm not going to show you the whole article. You can look it up for yourselves. But apparently, there's been several companies that have gone woke, and since doing that, they've actually seen a lot of gains. So let's look at some of them. So you can actually see over here in Rolling Stones that the title is called "Companies That Get Woke Aren't Going Broke. They are more profitable than ever." And in short, there's been, let's just see, get woke, go broke has become a rallying cry of the political right whenever they see a brand make the slightest effort to align itself with liberal or progressive values, right? So pretty much people on the right are pretty much complaining, and I believe rightfully so. They've been complaining, saying that why do all these companies have to force going woke? And here are just some of the companies that have been going broke. I mean, going woke. You have Keurig, which apparently since going woke, they've actually made massive gains. You have Amazon, who have gone woke, made massive gains financially. You have Nike, which have gone woke, made massive gains. You've had even American Airlines, which apparently this is what's so disturbing. So apparently they try to hire either black pilots or women pilots, preferably both. Now I don't know about you, but I know for me personally, I just want a capable pilot. I mean, does anybody agree with me? I just want a capable pilot. I don't care if it's black or white, Puerto Rican, Asian, Haitian. I don't care. Just get me to my destination in peace and safety. But apparently, this is how much they are pushing this woke agenda. So now, with that being said, let's actually get to the crux of the situation, because again, it seems like people are just not having it. So here's one company that has gone woke, and the alternative, the complete opposite has occurred. Rather than making financial gains, it seems like people are completely outraged. And as you probably could already tell, is the company Bud Light. Let's actually watch this real quick.
So it used to be like 5 years ago, the idea was you do your thing, we do our thing, we don't bother each other. That was called tolerance. You want to dress up like a woman? Fine. Now the rules have changed completely. Worship me as I dress up like a woman, or I'll crush you. That's why suddenly everything, even beer cans, are celebrating and promoting transgenderism. Bud Light has just released a commemorative can celebrating a man who dresses up like a woman. His name is Dylan Mulvaney. Here's Alyssa Heinerscheid, who brags that she is the first female VP of Bud Light, telling us that Bud Light loves Dylan Mulvaney but hates its own customers.
So I had this super clear mandate. It's like we need to evolve and elevate this incredibly iconic brand. What does evolve and elevate mean? It means inclusivity. It means shifting the tone. It means having a campaign that's truly inclusive and feels lighter and brighter and different and appeals to women and to men. And representation is at sort of the heart of evolution. You've got to see people who reflect you in the work. And we had this hangover. I mean, Bud Light had been kind of a brand of bratty, kind of out of touch humor, and it was really important that we had another approach.
So let's stop real quick, right? Because last time I checked, Bud Light historically has been a brand that catered to men. Correct me if I'm wrong. It just caters to men. I don't see a lot of women drinking Bud Light. Children are certainly not drinking Bud Light. Now, she says that it catered to a fratty culture where tons of, I'm not saying it's right, but tons of men, again, in college, whether they be in dorms, in frat parties, whatever the case may be, were drinking Bud Light, right? I'm gonna show you later on the iconic commercial was right. It was all about men drinking this beer. So now you are going to evolve, and you're going to have this Dylan Mulvaney individual, which is a man who apparently it thinks it's a girl. They're gonna now be the new, what is it, spokesperson or the new mascot. It may be a mascot. The new mascot for Bud Light, and you don't expect any type of backlash. This is insane.
Out of touch, fratty and out of touch. Is there anyone more out of touch than that woman? Is that woman the perfect physical embodiment of the problem in America? Yes. How do people like that take charge of our country? The least impressive, the dumbest, the most reactionary, the people who live in the tiniest little worlds, they run everything. People who drink Bud Light are not impressed.
Well, I totally agree. This woman is clearly out of touch with the consumers of Bud Light. So now let's just see some of the backlash that Bud Light is receiving. All right, you have famous people such as Kid Rock. Look what Kid Rock had to say.
Grandpa's feeling a little frisky today. Let me say something to all you and be as clear and concise as possible. Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch. Have a terrific day.
Real man of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Budweiser, head of marketing guy. Only you could take a beer and make it queer.
Oh, no.
20 years of amazing ad campaigns, and this is where we end up.
Not gonna buy it.
What the fuck were you thinking?
Impressive carrying skills, right? I got some Bud Lights for us. So, I kept hearing about this thing called March Madness, and I thought we were all just having a hectic month, but it turns out it has something to do with sports. And I'm not sure exactly which sport, but either way, it's a cause to celebrate. This month, I celebrated my day 365 of womanhood, and Bud Light sent me possibly the best gift ever, a can with my face on it.
So, this thing is supposed to be representing Bud Light. This thing didn't even know what March Madness was. This is what's going to be representing Bud Light. Even if it was a man, you get what I'm saying, that was representing Bud Light and said, I don't know what March Madness was, that would be enough for a backlash of the people. Because, again, you're catering to people who, again, are men, majorly into sports, right? So, now you have this thing that doesn't even know anything about sports. And then with this thing literally just said out of its own mouth that it's celebrating 65 days of womanhood. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. You see, where are all the feminists now? All these feminists that always cry about women's rights. Where is the backlash? Where is their voice now? You have this thing that's only been a woman for 65 days, getting more attention, more brand deals, more, you get what I'm saying? More endorsements than real women for only being a woman for 65 days. Where's the feminists? Where's the outcry? No. This is actually a mockery to women. And if no women can actually see this, then this is exactly what's the problem with America today. I mean, you heard what the reporter said before. These women are out of touch. I mean, again, this is the reason why America is failing. I mean, you saw clearly what Kid Rock had to say. He literally took out his gun and shot a whole case of Bud Light. I'm with you 100%. I'm with you 100%. Let's check out what this one individual actually went as far as doing.
I created Conservative Dad's ultra-right, 100% woke-free beer.
No, this isn't a parody. Some people are so angry at Bud Light that they've launched their own beer brand as a new competitor. It all started with this.
I got some Bud Lights for us.
That's trans TikToker Dylan Mulvaney, who worked with Bud Light on some advertising. Cue outrage from some and a pintful of transphobia across the internet. But this dad's taken it even further, launching Ultra Right Beer, which he proudly claims is 100% woke-free. But it's not 100% mockery-free, with plenty of people taking the mick.
Hey, I applaud this dad 100%. I salute you 100%. And this is exactly what you need to do. If you're so upset about all this wokeism that's going on in this country, rather than complaining, rather than crying, rather than bitching, what you need to do, start your own company. Start your own company. Hey, I mean, it's America, right? You have the luxury, you have the liberty to do so. Start your own company. You see, the people who are angry and upset about all of this that's going on and they don't do nothing, those are the individuals, don't pay them any attention. Because all they're doing is bumping their gums. That's all they're doing, bumping their gums. They don't actually have any type of intestinal fortitude, any type of grit. They don't got any type of chutzpah whatsoever to actually go out on a leap of faith and actually start their own company. I mean, if you're so pissed off with all this Bud Light wokeism, do what this dad just did and start your own company. Ultra Right. Hey, I might catch me one in a case or two. But I want to land the plane on this, right? Because for those of you who are probably thinking to yourselves, oh, I'm going to just boycott Bud Light. Well, slow down. Do you know the company that owns Bud Light? The company that owns Bud Light is Anheuser-Busch. Right? This is why you heard Kid Rock where he said in his video, F Bud Light and F Anheuser. Right. Anheuser-Busch actually owns Bud Light. And guess what? It's not just Bud Light. Do you know how many other companies they own? Let's actually look at this. So this is the website of Anheuser-Busch, right? And if we scroll down, let's just see all of the beers that they actually own. See this right here? Our beers. Check this out, right? So they own Budweiser, Bud Light, Kona Brewing, Michelob Ultra, Stella Artois, Australia, right? Bush Beer, Natural Light, Shock Type, Whole Garden, President, Land Shark, right? And the list goes on and on. I've actually seen an article where it says that Anheuser owns almost over 100 different beer companies. Now, why am I mentioning this, right? Because at the end of the day, this is why I started off with the article in the beginning. These people that are trying to, scream, go woke, get broke, whatever the case may be, right? People who are screaming that, you got to understand, ultimately, this agenda is so strong. This machine is running at such a high pace that there is no stopping it. It's very unfortunate, but I do not see any way you're going to stop this movement, this woke movement. And the thing is, you're not going to affect their bottom line. Sure, you may try and attempt to boycott Bud Light, But do you know how many other companies that Anheuser actually owns? Are you willing to forego Modelo? Are you willing to forego Budweiser, Michelob Ultra, right? Are you willing to forego all these other companies that they also own? You see, that's what we're talking about here. That's what we're talking about here. Yeah, you could talk all day about how you wish to boycott them, but when they're so integrated within your lifestyle, are you willing to actually give up all these other beers? Ooh, you see, I'm on the side of that dad. That's who I'm on the side of. I'm on the side of that dad who actually said, you know what? I'm going to just create my own beer because at least I know what I put into it. I know that, you know what I'm saying, it's going to affect my bottom line, right? He's the one that's going to profit from it. And shoot, it probably tastes even better. Who knows? He's probably not putting all this other unnatural BS that's inside all these other beers, right? Hey, as the American people, I believe it will be wise for you to just start up your own company. But who's willing to take the painstaking task to do that? And that's why most people, they're going to just capitulate. Most people, they're just going to bow down. Most people, they're going to keep their mouth completely shut. Shut your damn mouth. Shut up. Yeah, that's right. You ain't going to boycott a damn thing. It's sad. It really is sad. But I really would love to hear from you guys. Please comment down below. Let me know, what do you think is an actual effective way to fight against all these woke companies or these companies trying to adopt the woke agenda? What do you think is an effective way to actually boycott, an effective way to actually fight against this agenda? Or maybe you agree with the agenda. Write in the comments down below. With that being said, if you like videos like this, please like, subscribe, comment down below, and please share with all your friends and family. With that being said, Blue Falcon over and out.
Game to win. Game hard.